back to answer now all the questions and whatnot. Okay, so, alright, so this is going to be a fire-oriented fetish army build. It's going to use Tiki Tortures because Tiki Tortures actually converts all of the fetish army damage to fire, including the ones that use daggers. And Slam, that's going to be for bursting down elites. This is going to require full zuni. If you don't have full zuni, what I would recommend doing is having pretty much the same setup, but you're going to be using fetish army only for the elite bursts. I could show this build in another video without full zuni, but it's going to be very similar to what I did with Zombie Charger Poison, except with this build I'm actually running Explosive Beasts. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm assuming it's going to work pretty good because it's an AoE 9-yard hit every time you use it. So we're going to try that out. Wrathful Protector with Gargantuan, of course, for the extra damage when you fight elites, and he does an AoE attack as well. Spirit Walk with Honored Guest for the mana. Piranha with Tornado to kind of group everything up and get that 20% or 15% damage bonus. You're not using Strong Arms again with this build because you're running with Reaver Apps for the mana for your Zombie Charger. I don't believe that I have. Oh yes, I do actually. I have a Fire Strong Arms, but I'm not going to use those because with this build again, you need to keep your mana upkeep, and Reaper Apps are really good at doing that. Since I don't have fire ones, I'm just going to run with these physical ones, or I would use fire Reaper Apps. I might have them on a mule or something, but ideally, yes, you would want fire Reaper Apps instead of physical. Any shoulders will do with this build. If you don't have Zuni Chest, you would run Augild's Shoulders and Augild's Chest to get the set bonus with Grander. Any weapon really will do. The good choices is either a Thunder Fury, you could use Star Metal Kukri would be the absolute best option if you have that. If you don't,
instead of auto races starting with
a slower mace would probably work. Sunkeeper being ideal.
Doesn't quite have the same ring to it. No, you have to start right.
Boots,
Whether you're starting a race
Zuni Master is
or
obviously for the set bonus with Zombie Charger damage, ideal. Pet Helm, if you can get Zombie Charger damage as well, that's definitely a good option to go. And then a Fire Damage Amulet. This one's not the greatest, but it's the only fire one I have at the moment. Tasker and Theo Gloves, Stone of Jordan with fire damage, but you can also go with the Unity combo, depending on if you have another unity for your follower that's going to reduce your damage in half. I like to run the Blackthorn's belt and pants with this build, because again there's no pants that give fire damage, just any pants will do with this build. You could try and run the hexing pants and kind of stutter step, but I don't really prefer them. So Blackthorn's set pants and belt will go really good with this build. So yeah, let's try it out. Here's all the skills again so you can see. For Paragon points, you want to make sure that your movement speed is max. I have 10 boots, so I'm going to go with 15 there to get it to 25. And dump the rest into int. You're going to go with crit damage first, crit chance second, and then finally if you have leftover points in the cooldown reduction. Not speed, because remember speed does consume more mana and that's not what you want. Life regeneration first, resist all second, and then balance out your armor and life percent. Area damage first, resource cost reduction for having mana problems, and then third would be life on hit. And depending on if I need more damage reduction, I might use this unity with this build, I might not. Using the Blackthorn pants, I should be good. And you can kind of throw your Wrathful out anytime you want. You should be getting cooldown reduction with it. I mean, not cooldown reduction, but you should be getting resets with it. Because Grave Injustice tends to really, now with the recent changes, it being 20 yards instead of 8 on its base, you don't need a Thing of the Deep. And your fetish just kind of kill things from a further distance now, along with your explosive dogs, or explosive zombie charger being kind of like a further thrown skill. You're killing things from a little bit more of a distance. But you still should get resets with your Gargantuan. So every elite Haki should be up. And the rotation is pretty much the same. You want to just pull with Tornado, throw a few bears, and then Spirit Walk away to get your mana back up to max, and you should be good. And like I said before, anytime you're low on mana, you can just kind of search out a Elf Globe, run, pick it up, and continue. If you don't, like I said before, if you don't have full Zuni, that's gonna allow you, assuming you're not running a Serpent, a Zuni Mouse String, you can run the Serpent. And if that were the case, I would drop either Gargantuan or Piranado. Probably be Gargantuan though to run Lifelink Dogs, because Piranado is just a really good grouping skill to use. Actually, let's see here. If you don't have Tasker and Theo gloves with this build, you can run Mage Fists. They're also very good, especially since everything is fire oriented. That's also an option. And I also like to actually throw Fetish Army sometimes, like if I'm in a position like this where he's in a corner, I'll actually just ignore all my Sycophants that I have spawn and just throw Fetish Army on top of the Elite, because what happens with that is all the Fetishes ignore anything else around the Elite and they'll go straight for the Elite. And that really seems to be the problem with Fetishes, is that they don't have really good AI locking right now. They kind of just run out whatever, anything that's close to them, they'll attack it. If that's some random white trash and there's 10 goblins next to them, they still seem to go for the trash, so they get a little annoying. But like I said, you just throw Fetish Army right on top of the Elite and you should be good. The guard got a little weak there, but it's all good. Like I said before, guys, I'm doing this build real quick, so sorry if I'm ignoring anybody in the chat. I'm just trying to get this recorded here to throw up on YouTube for anybody that misses this, because I know a lot of people have been asking for cool fire-oriented builds. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, the weapon is anything you really want to use. Slower weapon is going to be a little bit better to give you harder hitting harder hitting explosive beasts over more mana consumption. But really, anything will work here. Like I said, the in-game weapon is going to be a Starve Cookery. And then if you don't have full Zuni, you're going to go with pretty much the exact same setup, but instead of Wrathful Protector, you're going to use Lifelink Dogs and a Serpent, similar to the Poison Charger. So, hope you guys enjoy. Feel free to check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/controlledanger, and that'll be in the description. Take it easy.